Hello everyone, I know this is a much different video than what I usually do, but I want to lean into doing other content, and this is my first way of doing that. So anyways, there's a game called OneShot. I played it back in March, but it released all the way back in 2016. It became one of my favorite games that I had ever played. And just recently, perfect timing, the devs announced their new game that they're making called Margin of the Strange. They started a Kickstarter page, which I actually donated to, because I am really excited for this game, despite the release date being way off from now. So today, what I wanted to do was kind of just take a look at the Kickstarter page, get a gist of this story, and just how the game's gonna operate, and overall, just be hyped about this game. So this was the donation I made to the game, $60, just wanted to show that. But as you can see, the release date is May 2027, or that's the release time frame, I guess. I don't know how Kickstarter works exactly, but basically it's gonna be a really long time. I'm gonna be 19 if that's when the game releases, and that's just insane to think about. But anyways, let's take a look at the Kickstarter page, shall we? So I'm just gonna read off what the page says. So this first part: each night you'll be exploring the dream world's strange biomes, collect materials to expand how much of the world is available to you, and discover clues in search of answers for a greater mystery. Now, I'm not gonna lie, when I hear this, it reminds me a lot of another game called Amori. You might know it, you might not know it. It's another fantastic game that I've played. But this sounds eerily similar, but there's a lot different with it from what I've read as well, and I really like the mystery behind this story. Now, anyways, for the next part, it says, take back the materials and clues you've gathered from your expeditions to your home base. Here you can grow a garden to obtain new materials, or just harvest the plants for their energy. This allows you to build more structures, forge paths to new areas, and maybe even make some new friends. This part really interests me because I don't think there's really another game that I've played personally that kind of resembles a gameplay style like this, so that'll be interesting to see. So for the next part, it says, of course, humans only dream one night at a time, so you'll also have the opportunity to explore the waking world as well. This is your chance to meet the dreamers who created the worlds you've explored and to better understand them as people. And right after that, there's a part that says, after all, you would need all the help you can get to untangle the strange things happening to the world, and to yourself as well. This is related to the story, which we're about to get to, so I won't really cover this right now. Speaking of the story, that's our next part. So I'm just gonna read this off. Sorry if I say some things wrong. It is 10:30 at night. But the world of Margin, a lush, sprawling, and utterly bizarre ecosystem made entirely out of glass, exists somewhere beyond the world of the waking. Though it's I ain't even gonna try and say that. Called the Dream World, very few humans are able to access this place, but those who are able to mold it to their will. Okay. But those who can are able to mold it to their will, at least to some extent. Our protagonist, Ling, has recently acquired the ability to access Margin after a life-changing event called dying. He got better. Now partnered symbiotically with one of Margin's denizens, Ling sets out to uncover the mysteries of this world and maybe learn a few things about himself in the process. Say, how did he die again? Again, I'm gonna relate this back to Amori because, oh my god, there are so many similarities in just this short synopsis. Just the idea of a dream world and trying to figure out something that actually happened is so similar to Amori, and that's not bad. I actually really like it, and I like that this is kind of like a different take on that, even though I know this isn't actually inspired by Amori. It could be. But I don't think so, because on the page itself it says that, this has been something that the creator has had in mind for years now. But let's move on to the characters, because it gives us a little more of the details that we need to understand what this game might be about. So first we have Ling, the character we play as. He's a human that was recently resurrected with huge gaps in his memory, including basic knowledge of pretty much everything. He exists in a perpetual state of confusion and bewilderment, not unlike a hypothetical alien visiting Earth for the first time. He takes it in stride, though, his curiosity drives him forward. Next, we have Nil, which is a denizen of Margin, who likes to think of himself as a master manipulator. He revived Ling with the intention of using him as a human host to gain access to the human world and pilot him around like some sort of giant robot, but has only been successful in the first part. I just want to pause real quick and say that I really like this idea. It gives, there's like a villain or like an enemy of sorts that the main character doesn't even really understand, I guess. I'm not sure how to explain it, but I just like this idea in general. Next character up is Hesper. He's a denizen of Margin and a skilled craftsman, Moth. Sort of a jack of all trades, provided that the trade is making things out of random pieces of broken glass Ling has picked off the ground. And with a note, this is more useful than it sounds. So this probably relates back to how you have to, get materials to explore more, etc., etc. It probably relates to that part of the gameplay and just kind of is there to help you out, maybe? I'm not sure exactly. And then lastly, we have Amaranth, who is a teen genius with a questionable sense of ethics. She has tricked Ling into becoming her latest science project for an indefinite amount of time. Not that it was very hard to trick Ling, he doesn't even know what science is. So I assume the experiment has to do with the hospital bed that's shown in the trailer a few times, and just the hospital room in general. I assume it's something to do with that. Not sure what exactly the experiment is supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to act as a sort of way to track where Ling is in the dream world, or like see what Ling is seeing in the dream world. I'm honestly not sure. That's about it for all the story stuff that, is on the Kickstarter page, but I am going to pop up the concept images that are also available on the page. I'm not gonna lie, I love all of these a lot. They're all, super unique, and I just love the art style of it all. It just looks nice. I don't know how else to put it. There is one more part I wanted to bring up, and it's the reason why I named it the title the way I did. And it's because of a part in the FAQ for the game. So the question is this one-shot too? And the reply is not in the sense that Nico will be once again pulled into an adventure of a lifetime against their will, but sorta in the sense that it has similar themes, aesthetics, and influences. Think of it as a spiritual successor, or perhaps more accurately, a spiritual prequel. A lot of my contributions to one-shot stories were actually taken from concepts I put in Margin many years ago, including Ling himself. And Ling is actually the cafe manager in, I can't remember the city area name for the life of me, whatever. But if you've played one-shot, you know what they're talking about here. Anyways, there is definitely a lot you can see in the trailer that does kind of seem a little similar to one-shot, but at the same time it is also so much different. So I just wonder what themes are going to be covered in the game for it to be considered a spiritual successor or spiritual prequel to, one-shot. Anyways, this video ended up being a lot shorter than I thought it was going to be. If you watched the video, thank you. I'm not really expecting as many viewers on this, considering that most of my content recently has been, on Twisted, but I haven't uploaded in a while, and I just felt I wanted to upload something on this. I do want to stray away from Twisted content a little more and do other games. I have some ideas in mind that I want to do. But yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that now. Anyways, I'm going to leave the link for the Kickstarter in the description. They have already reached their goal. In fact, they're like 1.5 times above their goal, which is absolutely insane, because they're almost at 100,000. Let me check now, while I'm recording this audio clip. Yeah, they're at 95,000 right now, which is absolutely insane. But yeah, if you're interested, go donate to it. I donated 60. You can donate however much you want. I want to see this game come out and be one of the best experiences I've ever had. Anyways, again, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see y'all. That was my chair squeaking again. But I will see y'all another time. Goodbye.